Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm opening the brand new Telesin Rechargeable Selfie Stick. Brand new in January 2023. I use GoPros. I've got a GoPro 9, GoPro 10, GoPro 11, which I use for my YouTube channel. And I do believe, I pre-ordered this, I do believe this is one of the first looks at this new product, brand new product by Telesin. Now a lot of products I buy are usually by GoPro. GoPro make a nice quality product. The selfie sticks, brackets, clamps, handles, etc. But a couple of odd bits I've made by other companies. Telesin are one of the Chinese companies which make a lot of good products, battery chargers, handles, etc. Now before we unbox this, I've not unboxed this. This is a sealed box, so this is new to me as well. I'm hoping for good things for this. Now I'll just show you first of all one of my favourite handles I use, which is the GoPro. I think they call it the three-way standard handle, which extends. GoPro three-way. It's made by GoPro. No batteries built into that. Nothing. It's just a selfie stick, extendable selfie stick. That one. Now another little handle here I use. I don't use it too much, to be honest with you. It's the GoPro Volta. Now I don't want to be too negative about this. It's a nice little gadget. I like the idea. It's got the bit on the side there to add extras on the side there, lights, or you can put another camera on the side there if you wanted to. It's got a built-in remote. You put your GoPro on top there on that standard GoPro mount. You've got battery built inside it. So basically you charge that up. So you have to make sure that's fully charged first of all. Then you can use what they call a pass-through door, and then you can exchange the door on the side of your GoPro and you plug that into that. That then gives the GoPro extra power. Can't remember how long it lasts for now. I don't use it too much. The reason is it's a lovely bit of kit. It weighs nice. It's quality. There's a lot of bugs when it first came on the market, but I've used this now for the GoPro 9, 10 and 11 and it works okay. It's got the usual standard GoPro controls on the front of that there. If you can see that there. Now it's got a built-in tripod. It's got a 1/4 mount at the bottom for an extra tripod. It's also got these that pop out on the side, so you can stand it up as well. It's also got you can set it up to connect to your GoPro remotely as well via Bluetooth. So you can use this as a Bluetooth remote, which I tend not to use because I have the GoPro remote anyway. I do believe Telesin make a remote as well, which is quite good. But the GoPro remote's pretty good, and it's not that expensive, the GoPro remote. So I didn't quite see the point of the remote function on here. I'm quite happy to carry a selfie stick, an extendable selfie stick, with a couple of batteries in my pocket. And especially now with the GoPro 11, I've got a free GoPro Enduro battery, which lasts a little bit longer. So I don't quite see the point of this, because although that turns on top, it doesn't extend. I think I've mentioned this before. One of the major downsides of this is it doesn't extend. It's just basically a small handheld selfie stick. Okay, GoPro goes on the top and you plug that through the door. It's a nice bit of kit. I'm not sure now. Don't know. It just doesn't extend. If that extended, that would be great, because I do like GoPro. It's quality stuff. My new little gadget, the Telesin Rechargeable Selfie Stick. This extends. Now I'm not sure if this is the first one unboxing yet. I've not checked YouTube. It's model TECSS001. I pre-ordered this from Telesin. It came from China, I do believe, and was delivered only yesterday. So let's try and untuck it. I'm hoping it's quality. I'm hoping it feels like good quality. Try and get the sticker off. It's not charged, so I've not charged it up yet. So I'm either, if there's no battery power at all, I'll pause this video and come back to it at a later date. If there's a little bit of power in it, we can get up and running. So there we go. Let me unbox it and show what we've got inside. So let's just unbox it. It feels quite a nice weight. Small instruction leaflet there, which I won't bother looking at the moment. Weather resistant pass-through door, 3-jaw adapter, screw, phone clip, 0.8 metre cable, power indicator, 1/4 screw on there, USB-C output, strong wire. So let's have a little look. It looks pretty good so far. So I think you get free. That's a lot wider than I thought. Didn't know it was going to be that wide. I must have done it straight off the cuff. You can't get the things out. Right, okay, so that's a phone. You get a phone mount of a 1/4 that's at the back. Got a bit of a cheap packaging, but you got a pass-through door, Telesin pass-through door there, so you can use that on your GoPro. The screw, got plenty of those screws. Cable, and I'll get it out. It's not the best packaging in the world, but I'm not too bothered about that. So another one of those mounts there. And it's a bit of a lump, I must admit. It's quite wide, but wow, that is solid. That is a lovely. I'm not sure that's too big. Let's just compare it to the Volta. So there's the Volta. Wow, that is a lot longer and bigger than I thought. Geez, it's really nice quality, I must admit. There's a 1/4 adapter at the bottom of there for a tripod. There's no tripod legs built onto this. It's just a handle, unlike the Volta where you can pop those handles out. So now the major advantage of this, so you've got that there, so you can put on I'll show you one moment. The great thing about this is it's extendable. Look at that. That is, oh, now I know why it's so big, because you've got the width of the pole there and the battery down the side. That is, oh, it's a bit of a lump. I don't know if I'm not sure. Oh, yep. There's 3 lights on, 3 indicator lights on there, so I've just pressed that button there on the back. I'm assuming you press and hold it. Oh, double click. 1 click switches it on. Double click switches it off. There should be a charging port somewhere. I'll read the instructions. Oh, I can see a little cover there. That's alright there, I like that. Oh, that's not, no, it's a bit too, God. There's a size comparison. I like the size of this, but it didn't extend, but you know. Feels really nice. It's just same, in actual fact, it feels better than this. It feels like it's got like a rubbery coating on that. So let's put some GoPro bits on there, shall we? Let's whack the GoPro mount on there. The screw comes with it. Doesn't land in a very good position, if you notice that. Look, another little, it's not landed in the right position, so it's not, I can't put it there. If I put it there, it's too loose. There it's a little bit loose, so it's got to sort of go there, which is at a weird angle. I might have to put a rubber washer under that. There's no washer under, I don't think. The Volta, unlike the Volta one's fixed. But it's actually fixed in there, doesn't come off. But it goes on 90 all the way around. There's the Volta one. The Telesin one, you screw up. But obviously they've made it like that, so you can use a mobile phone adapter, which is handy, I suppose. But again, where does that lie? Look, where does it fall? So that needs a rubber washer under that. See if it's got a picture on the back. No, it hasn't on the box there. So that falls in a funny position as well. There's no way. Oh, silly me, look, what am I being? I'm being stupid. I'm being an idiot here, look. Sorry, that's me being a bit silly. Obviously you can put that screw where you want, can't you? So, yeah, you can adjust that. Right, okay, that's me. That's better. Okay, so you can put that. You can obviously adjust the screw at the back there. So you can get that situated where you want. Right, let's mount a camera on there and see what we've got. Right, so just so as an example, that's the Telesin new rechargeable selfie stick. That's the GoPro, I think they call it the 3-way. That's the GoPro Volta with this built-in tripod. They all sort of stand up. I'm actually liking the Volta a bit more now, but the downside of the Volta, it doesn't extend. Maybe in the future I'll bring one out that extends. Right, so I'm bolt up. I've got the GoPro 9 here because I think the GoPro 9 in my bag has got a memory card in it and a battery ready to go. Well, I shouldn't need a battery. I'm just going to screw that onto there, so you get standard. I'm not keen on the screw of this. So that's a standard head on there. That's that. We can put that on there. Either way around. Screw that on, usual fitting. Extra long screw, I suppose you can use for the right, so that's that fitted on. Yeah, I was a bit silly obviously earlier. I can unscrew that and just move that where you want. Actually, you can lock that where you want. So I was being a bit dopey earlier. Let me have a look go. So that's right then. So you can put that where you want. Tighten that up. That's quite a nice feeling solid lump, that is. It weighs a bit. I mean, that's a bit. And if all you want to take out of you is the reason I wanted this one, I'll show you in a minute, is the extended stick capability and the extra battery pack power on the side. The only thing I'm worried about is, I was thinking about this the other day, is how long. There's obviously a wire in here, on the back here, that runs down the pole to the battery. So I'm just wondering how many tests they've done on this to extend it and insert extended circuits up and down. If this was made in the UK, I know that they'll probably run it on some sort of machine and make sure the cable lasts. I mean, I'm not sure how long that cable lasts inside. I'm assuming it's some sort of extendable cable or something inside there. But so let's just whack the pass-through door on. So we'll take this door off. I've got a couple of parts. They call it a pass-through door, but basically it's a door with the little hole in the side. It's a Telesin one. You know, other makes, you can do GoPro do one quite cheaply. So that just clips on. Let's see how it goes on. Yeah, it doesn't feel. I've got. Oh. Yeah, it's alright. Right. So I got the Telesin pass-through door. It feels alright. It's clipped on okay. That now means that I can plug that into there. Obviously, when you use any of these doors, what they call pass-through doors, I think they're called pass-through doors, when you use these, you're not fully waterproof anymore. So that should go. Still a snug fit. There you go. That's in there now. Let's move the GoPro 3-way out of the way. I mean, the GoPro 3-way is obviously no battery in there at all. It's just a extendable selfie stick. The Volta is a battery operated, battery powered power bank which can charge your GoPro and keep it running for longer, but it doesn't extend. The GoPro 3-way extends. Then of course you've got this one which has got a built-in battery and extends. So that is now actually showing me on there, that is showing it's charging. Can stand up a bit. There's not a load of functions on this. I don't think there's a lot of functions on this thing. It comes with a user guide. You can undo this screw, as I didn't know earlier. It's a bit fiddly, but you can undo that and put it where you want. So you might want it that sort of angle. But the cable does stretch round, so you can move this round basically where you want. To there, to there. It's a bit springy there, but obviously we can spring it and we can do that back up. So like so. That's not too bad once it's done. I mean, the Volta has got a far more responsive click at the top. It just clicks around at 90 degrees. The actual Volta feels tiny compared to this, I must admit, but I quite like this. I mean, it's got a built-in battery that's actually charging it now. So the power from there is charging this, and that's quite a nice. So let's put this onto that. I mean, that's not bad. It's quite heavy when it's extended. Bit of a rattle there. Let's turn it off so it happens. So it's not charging it anymore. Let's switch that back on. So that's not charging. I'll just switch it off. That's not charging. It's on 91% anyway. That is. I'll flick that on. Let's charge it up. Let's quickly read the guide, shall we? So yeah, it's got a basic on-off switch on the side there. It's got your power lights there. It's got a small cover there. It feels quite good. You've got to get your nail under it. There's a USB charging port there, but that also can act as a power bank when you're not charging your camera. You can input that to charge the power bank inside this, the batteries inside here, or you can use it as a power bank, but I'm not a fan of stuff like that all the time. Got power banks everywhere, but just to read you some specs out here, if I can. You got a 1/4 20-inch mount on the top, and obviously I've got the GoPro mount on at the moment. You get the phone mount with it, so you can use that on top as well. You get the lead, USB lead with it to power up, to charge up this. That's alright, it feels nice. It's well made, it's nice. It's not, I don't think it's going to replace the Volta, I must admit. The Volta, I might put the specs up on the screen, but the specs for this are shrink length, so obviously when it's folded down, is 216 millimeters. Let's turn this on a minute. 216 millimeters. Maximum extended length is 900 millimeters. So 900 millimeters, that's quite a bit. That's a long old selfie stick. I mean, look at that. That's off the screen almost. I mean, that's a big. That's not fully extended. That's it. Look. That is a big selfie stick. Bit of rattle there, but that's it's not one for skiing or skateboarding. I don't think. It feels quite heavy in the hand. It's quite a big old thick pole. That's not. I don't think you'd want to be out skateboard around like the Americans do with one hand, or on their scooters, or electric scooters, or it's not the sort of thing you want to take. That's quite heavy. When you hold it out there or there, that's quite a heavy piece. That's quite a big diameter pole there. Obviously it's not so bad when it's in like that. I mean, that's a nice little size, like a couple of foot long. But when it's fully extended, obviously yeah, I don't know. I quite like it. I don't know. I was thinking of sending the Volta back, keeping this, but I think I'll end up keeping both. I quite like that. It's a bit of a lump, but that'll fit in my bag. I think that's all right. I like it. Some more specs I'll read out to you. Net product weight is 400 grams. Gross product weight 500 grams. I'm not sure what that. 480, 580. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Battery capacity 10,000 milliamp hour. Rated capacity 5,000 milliamp hour at 3.6 volts. Input 5 volts 3 amps, 9 volts 2 amps, 12 volt 1.5 amp. Output 5 volts 3 amps, 9 volt 2 amps, 12 volt 1.5 amps. Protocol supports blah blah. Charging temperature at 0 to 45 degrees. Discharge temperature -10 to -50. Charging time about 3 hours. Duration time, GoPro lasts around 6.5 hours in 5.3K 30 frames per second mode. So they're saying that a GoPro, if it's fully charged in 3 hours, a GoPro will give you 6.5 hours of life at 5.3K 30 frames per second. I've yet to test it out. As I say, it's brand new to me. I quite like it. I'm going to go and charge this up properly now, and it is quite bulky because they have made it bulky. I don't know what sort of cable I've got in there. It's quite, but it's yeah, I think it's all right. I quite like it. I must admit, I wish the Volta extended wouldn't have any need for this. Yeah, I'll have a little play with it, and I'll get back to you with a full. I'll use it for a couple of weeks and see how I get on, and I'll get back to you with a full in-depth review. I think. No, does it turn at all? No, just after a whole lot turns. You get a free mobile phone holder as well if you want to use your mobile phone. The handle feels, it's a real rubbery feel to it. Well, that's the reason is it has got actual rubber look on top there. It's like a rubber sleeve over the top of the case. And again, like I said, it's got a 1/4 inch adapter in the back there, but if you put a tripod on that as well, it's going to make it even a bigger lump. But if only the Volta extended just a couple of feet, 2 or 3, you know. Because the Volta, you've got the built-in legs, as I said earlier. The 1/4 adapter if you need it. You've got the adapter at the side. So, if only bloody extended. I'm hoping that GoPro one day may bring out another Volta Mark II, which extends even a couple of foot in the Imperial. Even a couple of foot extension, it'd be great, you know. I don't know, I'm torn between the two now, but it's a lovely lump. I mean, you take that out on holiday with you, you can take that for a full day's filming, 6.5 hours. Charge that full up, and you can also charge your phone off that because it's a battery pack as well, which is handy. So you can literally take that with you, one camera, and yeah, I like it. You can sort of balance it just about. I mean, you can slip a small tripod in your pocket. Let me go. I'll tell you what. I'll go and get a small tripod there now. Let's see what that looks like. Well, I've not even got a small dinky tripod to try because I went and bought this one from Amazon. I can't remember who made this one now. Oh, Ulanzi make this, and I quite like this because it's got the magnetic release on there, but I don't really use the magnetic release, to be quite honest with you. Unfortunately, that I don't think unscrews from there, because that would be an idea what would poke on there. It doesn't. I've got other tripods, but they're not with me at the moment. It's a shame. I would have liked to try that out with a small tripod. I can't see any way of getting that. Don't know, unscrews. No, that's fixed. I don't know why I went down that magnetic route. I was going to start using that magnetic type mount, but the GoPro mounts, I'm happy with the GoPro mounts. So yeah, if you could put a small tripod, have I got one handy? I don't know, I've got one here. No. So I've gone and grabbed a small bag of bits. When you're into GoPros, you end up buying so many bits and bobs. I've got a phone mount there, another little mini tripod. So I got that, I think it's Smarttree or Smatree or whatever, Smarttree tripod there with another extendable handle there. I think that, does that extend? Yeah, that extends. But there's no battery pack in it, obviously. Now what I can do, take that out, I can use this tripod, which is nice. And so that's, if you're going to carry that, going to carry the size of that around with you, you can carry some of that as well. That just simply screws into the bottom there. That'll give you a nice little solid. That tripod opens right up, get that out of the way. That tripod opens right up, gives you a nice bit of stability there. That's quite nice. You can loosen this up. Like so. I quite like that, that's nice, that is nice. There's a solid bit of kit that, or, so look, I've got a tiny mini tripod here, but I don't think it's quite adequate. A little tiny thing there, look. I use that just like a little handled selfie stick one, but I mean that will probably do the job, I think. Yeah, not quite as, oh, it still works, look. I mean, it depends what you want to put and carry around with you. Not quite as good. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I like that. I like this one. It's probably that same sort of size, so all you got to carry around with you there is that handle there, camera and a tripod. This gives it a nice bit of stability. That is nice and solid, like so, like that. And that can extend up, and that's charging your battery. And apparently, using that, it gives you another 6.5 hours, or 6.5 hours use. Nice bit of kit that. I quite like that. Just out and about, doing a bit of video making, filmmaking and stuff. I'm quite pleased with it. The Volta, as I say, it doesn't extend. Do you need that on the side in the way? Not really, because I use a medium mod on mine anyways for the extra mount. So the Volta has the mode buttons on it. That's how I use my remote for that. I've got the remote anyway, and it's also got remote control on this, and you can move this, you can take the camera off this, put the camera to one side and use this as a remote. Not sure really, I quite like this. I do like that. I've got the GoPro remote here. I've got the 9 there on this mount. I'm filming with the 10 at the moment, the 11, I think I've got a memory card, the 11 at the moment behind us. That's, I'm filming with the 10 at the moment now. I could connect this to the 9. Yeah, I think you could connect these up to 5 or 6 cameras. I think there's 5 cameras. I've just connected the 3, obviously I've only got the 3 cameras. So I could connect this up to the 9. I could remotely control this with the options on here. So actually, do I need the Volta? Do I need this remote control that's on the Volta? I must admit the Volta, in comparison, well that is quite light. That's alright, even with that handle, even with that on the end. That's not a bad little setup, you know. Yeah, I'll leave that on there like that. I'll leave that there on like that. Right, that's it people, that's enough of that video. That's the Telesin Rechargeable Selfie Stick. I'm quite pleased with that. It's only just come out of the market. I pre-ordered this, it came for the other day, yesterday, so I think I'm one of the first people in the country, in the UK, to have this. I do believe. That's a nice bit of kit, I'm pleased with it. Time will tell, I've not used it properly yet, but on first glance, first looks, I'm quite pleased with it. Different from the GoPro Freeway, obviously, different from the Volta. It's basically a rechargeable battery pack built into a selfie stick, which is extendable up to, I think I said 900mm, didn't I? So, and then you had a nice tripod on the bottom like that. You got a nice little bit of a set kit, good bit of kit that is. I'm quite pleased with that. You get a pass-through door with it, the cables with it, and you can plug it in and use that. You can use a medium mod with it as well. Yeah, I like it. Wasn't too expensive either. Wasn't too expensive, so it's another little piece of kit to have. I think I'll keep the Volta. I was on about, I'm not sure what I'll get rid of that Volta now, I'm not sure, because I've got the remote control anyway. So pretty much this can do everything the Volta can do, but more, but the Volta's a little bit smaller, but obviously smaller battery. Not sure. I like it. If you're into GoPros, I mean, there's a lot of channels out there just dedicated to GoPros, so, you know, I'm not expecting you to like or subscribe at all, but if you've got any comments, you're welcome to leave a comment below. Any questions rather, because I use GoPros in my video making, my vlogs and kayaking bits and pieces, fishing videos, etc. I do tend to buy some bits and pieces And those bits and pieces I do tend to review every now and again. But there are channels out there dedicated to GoPros if you want to hunt around. But I do unbox some GoPro bits and bobs every now and again and do some videos like this if you're interested. So please feel free to like and subscribe. I've done a couple of other GoPro videos as well, including one for the bag that I used, the low pro bag, which I recommend. But would I recommend? Yes, I like this. Oh, that's a nice, especially that works perfect with that. Works perfectly with that tripod. That's a nice aluminium. That's Smartree. I think it's called Smartree. How do you pronounce it? Not sure. It's an aluminium tripod, so that is quite solid with that. So it's a nice. You can take that kit out with you, and that's sort of like the same sort of length there. Look, so I'm gonna recharge all this up. Looking forward to going out and using this, because obviously you can use that like that, and you can just put that on the ground. Because the height of that, that's like using a full-blown tripod, I think, 900mm tall. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. Feel free to like and subscribe. As I said, any questions, comments, use the comment section below and ask away. As I say, I've only just got it, just literally unboxed it and started using it. I'm going to give it a full. It looks like it's fully charged already, but I'll give it another charge up. Let's charge my camera up nicely, actually, that is. It's on 98%, because obviously I'm switched on at the moment. I do like it. It's a lovely feel, lovely grip on that. And, only time will tell how long it will last because of the extendability. There's obviously a wire inside there. There's not remote control at all with the handle. It's just literally a wire running up and down that telescopic shaft. So as long as they've designed that correctly inside, hopefully it should last. I'll let you know in the future if it doesn't, and I'll update this video. We'll do another video or put a comment below and pin it to the top. But that's all for now, people. Thank you for watching.